Coach Zoe here, and this is going to be your all upper body resistance band strength AMRAP workout. So we're working as many rounds as possible format today with just a resistance band. Maybe you have two nearby in case you want to change the weight, all right, the intensity. But otherwise, let's get started with our warm-up. So since we're not going to be doing any intense cardio today, let's just take it a little bit slower, take a little more time to activate through the upper body. And we'll just start here with the walking jumping jack, just to get the blood pumping. Now, if you have the mini band today, all right, even if you have a regular resistance band, that should really work fine. We're not going to use it in a mini band specific way. But again, I suggest that you have two weights nearby, one that's a little lighter and one that you plan on using, because it's going to get tough. We're going to work for 4 minutes straight, and then we'll have a minute rest, okay, every single time. And taking those arms out nice and wide, let's just reach across the body. Yes, we're not doing lower body today. However, we need our full body to be warm. Lots of core strength built into this workout as well. We're gonna hit biceps, triceps, shoulders, back, chest. We're hitting it all today with just the mini band. All right, and let's keep those hands palms up, and I want you to open your chest, look up, open that posture, and then we'll turn it down and close. So open and close. Good, and just warming up the shoulders with some tiny little baby circles, and just keep stepping it side to side. Again, just to keep the body moving. Good, a little bigger. A little bigger. Good, and all the way overhead, let's turn some light bulbs into the ceiling. Notice my elbow is turning with each direction as well. It's not just in the wrists. Good, and we'll pretend like we're holding a weight. We're gonna do curl, press, extension. Curl, press, extension. Again, just working those muscles through a full range of motion here. Curl, press, extension. Good, and just pull those elbows up nice and high like you're elbowing somebody behind you. No, just like we're doing an upright row. Good, good, good. And finding that hinge, I, Y, 90. One more, I, Y, and 90. All right, we got about 10 seconds. Quick drink of water. If you need it, grab your band. We're gonna work through 2 different exercises for each AMRAP. So first one, we're gonna do a single pull down, okay, like so. And then the second move will be a chest press. So let's begin. We have 8 reps of each. You're gonna do 8 on one side, switch sides, and then move on to the second exercise. So 8 pull downs on the right, 8 on the left. You can work with me if you don't feel like counting, or if you work at your own pace, that's totally fine. If you don't want to count, all right, just switch when I switch. Good. And to our chest press. So now we're gonna hold that band at our chest, and we're gonna press out with that one side. Notice I'm keeping a little bit of space when I come back between my hand and my chest, just to maintain activation. I won't count out loud just in case you wanna count for yourself. I don't wanna throw you off. And I'm gonna switch sides now. But since this is strength, we wanna take our time, focus on our form, and properly activating the right way. The band makes it so much better because we have to control on the way in as well as on the way out. Good, so that was one round. I'm gonna do it again. So that's 1 minute down. You wanna get as many rounds in as possible, no breaks. When we're doing these pull downs, let's try to really pull that elbow down as far as we can to the hip, right? Activating that lat. And the more intense your weight is, right? So basically the thicker the band, the heavier the weight, the more intense the workout will be. So even though we're not jumping around, you're gonna get a sweat in, Your heart rate might even kick up too. Hopefully it will, it should. Good, and chest press. That's halfway. So super simple workout today. But since we're going long periods of work with these supersets, those muscles are gonna burn. Good. All right, for me, round number 3, if you're following along. Back to our pull downs. Try to keep a little space too between your hand and shoulder if you can. And make sure, since you're overhead, we're pulling that belly in, so we don't want to be dropping those hips forward or losing the integrity of our spine. Good. Woo, my arms are burning. And back to our chest press. Again, notice I'm keeping a little bit of space, so I'm trying to come straight ahead for that chest press. And if you just have a regular long resistance band, it's gonna work the same way. It looks like I'm using it like a mini band, but I'm really not. I'm just holding a width that's gonna challenge me, right? I could double up if I wanted to be really hardcore to show you don't need it to be a loop, but it's a little too heavy for me. Good. All right, we got 30 seconds. Let's try to get our last set of pull downs in. So it's 4 minutes. It's fairly long for just steady work time of the same muscle groups. But then we'll have a minute to rest to shake it out. 5 seconds. I'm gonna finish this set and I have to be even. And rest. Otherwise, I'm gonna take it all the way. 6, 7, and 8. All right, so quick drink of water, shake it out. Roll out those shoulders a little bit. Again, I know that they're feeling it. I try to superset muscle groups that we're working opposite of each other as well as in opposite different directions, so that way we're not doing a push up and then a pull up, right, or anything like that. So, all right, next 2 moves. It's moving quick here. We got 30 seconds. It's gonna be a row, so you'll stand up nice and tall. You can either take a staggered stance like this, right, or you can just keep it stacked and just make sure you're finding a bend in the hips. But we have a row. Again, 8 reps on one side, switch it over, and then we have an overhead press. So very similar to the chest press. We're gonna keep that hand next to our chest and then press directly overhead. Adjust my mic here a little bit. In 3, 2, 1, 8 of both. So let's begin 8 rows. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good. And then make sure that we're like engaging isometrically with that opposite hand. I'm switching sides. So this long arm right now, I'm not just holding, I'm also pressing outward just a little bit to give that resistance to my other hand. Otherwise, it's going to kind of drag to the middle, right? And you can work as fast or as slow as you need to. We have our overhead press now. So if you are using a little bit of a lighter weight, using a little bit of a lighter weight, you probably can work a little faster. All right, but if you're using something heavier, take your time. We like all the same tracks. Good. I know this one feels a little awkward. Again, a little bit of space between the hand and the chest. I feel good. You look great. I like you. I can't wait. A first time. Good. All right, and back to the beginning. So that's just a little over a minute. So we have rows. I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. Keeping a nice tall posture, pulling that elbow tight to the body and in towards the midline. Good, and switching sides. always find with the resistance band, my pinkies are so weak because they're always struggle bussing along the way. Good, and we're back to our overhead press. So again, a little bit of space, a little bit of tension, I should say, in that band, and then we're pressing directly overhead. 2 minutes down, 2 to go. Woo, shoulders. Belly in tight. Good, and switch. Notice I'm not dropping my hips, right? All right, we got just over a minute. Let's at least get one more round in, maybe a few extra reps here. So back to our row. Switching sides. Again, maintaining that outward tension. All right, and one more set overhead. We got 30 seconds. Let's get in these reps. Stay controlled. Keep it clean. Ooh, my goodness. Good, and last time, other side. Let's get them in, 8 reps. And rest, I'm finishing mine out. 7 and 8, boom. All right, done, shake it out. Oh my goodness, I already got noodle arms and we're halfway. All right, next one, we're gonna get on the floor for this. So a little bit of a break since we're gonna be on the floor, just kidding. So we're gonna kneel. So you're gonna put that band, so I guess you do need a little bit of a loop here, but you put that band around your knee, kneel, right? Hold it down. If you have just a single long band, you could just place it under the knee and make sure you're keeping pressure on it. But otherwise, place that band around the knee. On one hand, I'm gonna give myself 5 curls. Right, this time we are gonna do all of one side and all of the other, just for time's sake. And then 5 upright rows. So you can see here, I'm still staying close to midline, I'm not coming out far. All right, so 5 of each, then switch. Let's begin, we got 4 minutes. So 5 curls, keep that elbow tight to the body. Good, and then we're gonna switch our grip. Come up with a nice high pull. And then switch sides. I think I did 6 because I was thinking 8. All right, so 5 curls. Tall posture, even though we're kneeling. Good, and then we're switching our grip. Good, and switch. We have just over a minute. I should say we are just over a minute. Probably like, woo, a minute left. Nope. Make sure when you do your upright row, you're pointing that elbow high, right? Opening up the armpit. We don't want to be here, okay? No chicken wings. Maybe after the workout. No. What? All right, and other side. So again, 5 of each. 5 curls, and then 5 up rows.
Make it not
Good, and switching to my upright row. I'm staying as close to my midline as possible now. My point, right, of pull is just below my hand. So I'm just bringing it directly up, but I'm not taking it outwards, right? Good, all right, continue to switch. We are halfway, my friends. So what was that, 2 sets for each? Let's try to get in 2 more. Good, switching grip, up rows. Good, and switching sides. So it seems like it takes about a minute to do a set on each side. And pull it back up, nice and high. Good. All right, we got 1 minute left. Let's get in one more round on each side. Come on. I know, those muscles are getting tired. Switching grip, up row. Good, and last time other side. We got 30 seconds, my friend. I really like the upright row. It's great for your shoulders. It's a pull, it's hard to do a lot of pulls, especially at home where we don't have a lot of equipment. All right, it's a good way to strengthen the shoulders, even that upper back with minimal equipment. Okay, that's 5, and we're switching it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is time, my friends. All right, last set of the day. So shake it out, quick drink of water. Not a super long one, but just because we are doing so much time of work unbroken. So last one, best one. This is where you may need the lighter band because we're gonna kind of put 2 moves into one. So we're gonna go back to our row. All right, but let's angle it up a little bit. We're gonna come back to our row, and then we're gonna kick it back. So 5 of those. This one, again, it's more challenging because we're making it to a 2 for 1. All right, and then we have a chest press to fly. Okay, so chest press to fly. So if you want, you want to do both moves on one side and then switch like we just did. Otherwise, I'm gonna do move 1 on one side, switch it over, and then move 2 and back to the beginning. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Row to a kickback. Last one, best one, let's go. So row, kick it back. So 5 reps of each move on each side. This one's hard. You have to really focus on keeping your arm locked in place. Good, so notice when I pull and I extend, I'm not punching straight down. I'm punching behind me, right? So I'm keeping my elbow locked into place. Boom. Woo. Last one, and 5. All right, back. Now we have, one hand stays beside the chest. Chest press, fly, okay? So again, 2 for 1, chest press and fly. Good, and switching other side. Good, and that's 5 for me. All right, and back to the top. So that was just over a minute. Again, don't rush it. Remember, it's a 2 exercise in 1 move. Woof. Kind of twisting the back of my hand behind me just to get a little extra leverage here. Oh, I told you it's gonna be tough, this one. 4 and 5. All right, other side. But this is our last AMRAP of the day, you guys. So dig deep, let those arms burn, push through it. Oh my goodness. All right, chest press with a fly. So let's go, chest press and fly. Whoop. I'm like alternating sides here. I got lost. And 5, oh my goodness. This one's so hard, I'm feeling it right up here. All right, those nice posture muscles. Other side, chest press to fly. Make sure you're not locking your elbow out, so keep just a very, very, very slight bend in that elbow for your fly. Good, all right, we got 1 minute left. Let's see if we can get in one more set on each side. I'm gonna pump up that pace just a little bit because I wanna finish it. Woo! Trying not to get sloppy. Oh my goodness. Told you we gotta save the best for last. You know how Coach Zoe does it. Wanna end with a bang. Good, last one. Oh my goodness. All right, and chest plus fry. Perfect timing, just about 30 seconds left. Four and 5. Oh my goodness. Last set, other side. 10 seconds left. Let's do it. And rest. 4, I got one more. I told you I'm getting those reps in. And 5, that is it. Go ahead, shake it out. Let's do our cool down. Woo! All right, just wiggle the arms. I can't even move them. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a hard time washing your hair in the shower. You're welcome. But otherwise, give this workout a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. All right, a little lower intensity as far as cardio goes. Okay, but we need to take time to focus on our strength as well, especially if we are trying to build muscle. My arms feel like little noodles here. And big arm circles, nice and controlled. Open up that chest and turn it down. And subscribe. That way every time I post a new workout, you can join me. And we'll stay fit together while we have fun. You got Coach Zoe here. I'm not just your coach. I'm also your comedian. Just kidding. I have fun, right? That's what's important. You got to be able to bring a smile to your face when it's getting tough. I know, you're like, why are we doing more exercises? Just want to gently reactivate the muscles. Reach overhead, let's stretch it out a little bit. Maybe let me know in the comments what you thought, right? Do you like the AMRAP style? I know it tends to be a little popular because you can work at your own pace, right? Or do you like when I just tell you what we're doing when we're doing it, so you don't have to think about it, you don't have to count anything? Good. All right, you guys. Till next time, stay strong, stay tough.